I'm Ian Rush and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV on an evening of scintillating Europa League action, which saw Brendan Rodgers' first competitive game as Liverpool manager, and with Liverpool scraping a 1-0 win over FC Gomel in Belarus. Yes, thrilling Liverpool action. Yes, let's talk a little bit about the match in a moment. First, let's have some of your Facebook comments. Dylan Goff says, typical boring Europe away game, nothing more. Brilliant. Will Kinsella says, a win is a win, away goal and a clean sheet, decent. Was just a pre-season game. Darren Lizotte says Sterling was dangerous all night, just needs to get the weight right on the final cross. Downing, ya beaut. Finally something direct, pays dividends. You'll never walk alone. Carl Sterzakis says, how the hell did we win that game? Bodes well when Downing scores 2. Yes, it does indeed. Daniel Box says, for once it was the opposition hitting the post. Makes a change. You'll never walk alone. Yes. And Sunil Aralikati says, can't moan about first game of the season, wicked goal from Downing. Some fans need to realise tiki-taka won't happen overnight. Oh, in fact, you know what, I'm going to round up on Omar El Bambi, who sums it up perfect for me when he says, love it when we play shit and win. Yes, precisely. Incredible. I spent a good portion of half time fending off random angry people. Calm down. It's pre-season. I know it's a competitive game and, you know, you've got to win. You've got to go through if you want to have any chance of having European football this season. But at the end of the day, it's still pre-season for the vast majority. Well, it's pre-season for them all. It's pre-season for that entire squad. More importantly though, I mean, Steven Gerrard, his first start of pre-season, Jordan Henderson as well. You know, so these players are going to take time to get used to it. The fact of the matter is, the new system, it's a new system fundamentally, isn't it? So, you know, players need time to gel and adapt. I sound like I'm making excuses. FC Gomel are a side that Liverpool by all means should be wiping the floor with. However, it's a new manager, it's a new system, we didn't have a full strength side, yada yada yada. Look on the bright side, we played shit, as was said there, and we won. Great to see, great to just kicking on to, toward the end of the second half, after Stuart Downing's goal, around the second half of the second half. Lucas Leiva, the introduction of him really changed the game. Now, I've been saying it again at half time on Twitter, how you can moan about the side and say that the side's not good enough and all that, but, you know, we were talking 4 players in: Pepe Reina, Daniel Agger, Lucas Leiva and Luis Suarez. All 4 of them would stroll straight into that side. That's the backbone of your team, and it was missing, and you could see the difference. Just having Lucas Leiva there meant Gerrard could play a further sort of 15-20 yards up the pitch. He looked far more dangerous because he didn't have to run around closing people down quite as much. We were shit, you know what I mean? But as I say, it's a pre-season game. Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, it's a results business, and too many people moaned last season that we weren't getting results. So you can't really complain. If you're going to play shit and win. Simple as. Stuart Downing, great goal, boss. And the worst thing is that I've seen a few people as well saying, like, oh my god, who you can't believe it's Stuart Downing. Why can't you believe it? You know what, he was poor last season, he didn't score as many as he should have done. God, you know, definitely didn't get the assists he should have done. But he's not a shit player. He's never been shit. He might not be a whale beat. He's not fucking Messi coming in from the right, is he? But at the same time, he's not fucking rubbish, and he's still good enough to deliver stuff like that. Look back to the first game of the last season. Sunderland at Anfield, cuts inside on his left, smashes it, hits the crossbar, and I know that ended up being the tale of our season, but he has the ability to deliver things like that, and I thought it was great to see Stuart Downing do that. We said last season with regards to our transfer policy that I always felt that Downing was a very good squad member. It was worrying because of the amount of money we paid for him. I don't think he was good enough to be a sort of, he's not a whale beater. He's not. When you look at like the likes of Chelsea with Mata and Man City with Silva, and you know, even the likes of Nani at Man United or whatever, Stuart Downing's not that. But you know, he's a useful player to have around, and if we can keep him, and if he can drop in with a few goals like that this season, he's never going to prove himself worthy of a 20 million price tag, but he will prove himself worthy of being in a Liverpool shirt. So that's all you can say about that, really. Definitely a lot of rustiness. You know, I think a few of the players didn't quite seem to get their head around a bit of the system. So we tried to force things a bit too often. I think Gerrard was guilty of that, and guilty of trying. I think he expected to turn up and just sort of sit sort of centre mid and play a few passes about and whatever, and that's not what that role's about. You've got to be high tempo, you've got to be high pressure, and I don't think it's there yet, because of course, you know, as I say, it is pre-season's only just beginning by all accounts. So take what you will from the match, just don't take any misery away from it, because at the end of the day, we fucking won, we got an away goal. I was happy. I mean, I predicted on the subscription show this week it was going to be 0-0 or 1-1. It was going to be a shit game, because these games are always shit. The third round of qualifying for the Champions League was always shit, and that's still like 2 weeks away in real terms. So don't get too downbeat. It's only the first game, and it's only really a pre-season game. And in the day, we got them at Anfield next week, and I fully expect it to be a 2 or a 3-0. So anyway, yeah, if you want to talk more about Liverpool, please do leave the comments underneath. Let us know who your man of the match was, if you can be asked to pick one. Let me know what you thought of the performance. Also, if you want to watch more stuff about the Mighty Reds, our 2-hour mammoth subscriber show is on www.theredmentv.com. We had the big Aquilani debate. Oh yes, you've got, and this is the problem with Aquilani, is you just don't know what to believe, because you've got his agent coming out and saying he's not going anywhere, and then Aquilani's saying I never wants to leave Liverpool, I've always wants to prove myself here. I don't know why I keep getting found out.
The Dave Whelan of agents, isn't he?
Yeah. And then there'll be a quote from an Italian media which is, God, I can't stand the English weather, you know, hate it there, the fucking culture's terrible, just
fish and chips is a bag of wank.
Yeah, please get me out. I don't know, it can't be, you know, whatever you want to say about Hodgson, Rafa, and now you've got Kenny, and now Rodgers have all passed them over.
Just want one of them to come out and say he was an absolute bellend.
Yeah.
Like, and then get rid of it. At least then you can have closure on it.
Here's the fucking headline, black of the Liverpool Echo, Aquilani, bellend.
I'd love it, because like you said, he's a very, very good footballer, and he would fit into that system perfectly.
The worst thing is people, I put caused all kinds of uproar on social media platforms that Alberto Aquilani looks like he's heading back to Italy. So we decided to discuss and compare him to some of the players we've got, and decide, is he really that much better than Adam, Henderson and Shelvey? You know, your instant answer is yes, isn't it? Yes, it is. But you might be surprised. On top of that, we'll also discuss. We'll also be discussing Andy Carroll as well. The saga rumbles on. Why Abby Clancy's a twat for writing for the Sun, as well as talking about the Europa League squad in general, and just all kinds of Liverpool stuff. The best 11 from the US tour. Chance to get your opinion in on that. Anyway, it's free for a month, as I always say. Please do try it. It's certainly worth it. And if you think it's shit, you can just cancel it. You know what I mean? So you can't miss out, you can't lose, can you really? Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed that game so very, very much. Thanks for watching, and we shall see you next week. Ta-ra.